Hi, and welcome to BOMA International's latest Deeper Dive video presentation. I'm John Salustri, and the topic today is talent development in the era of the Great Resignation. This, of course, is a companion piece to our latest deep dive online feature, which you can access at boma.org/deep dive. Three of the experts who were critical to the feature's research are here today. Kirsten Jabe, who's Vice President and Property Management Implementation Leader for Wells Fargo, Kristen Miller, Chief Operating Officer for Property Management at JLL, and Theodo Lillard IV, who's a Property Manager at Zeller. Everyone, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us, John.
Let's start by exploring the so-called Great Resignation and what it means to property management.
At JLL, we're not seeing the effect of the Great Resignation, not on our workforce. And I'm very happy to be able to say that. Where we are seeing it is as it affects the tenants in the buildings that we manage. So the most acute impact is on retailers and food and beverage in the managed buildings, office, as well as the range of retail properties that we manage. And then to some extent, we're seeing an effect on our service providers, again, though, to a lesser degree than the tenants themselves. And of course, that means that it's having a huge impact on our operating hours, their ability to be open, the number of hours or the days of week that they used to be. And then the indirect or follow-on effect is it affects our occupants in our buildings because they just don't have the amenities available to them.
I want to add from the point of Wells Fargo, who is a large occupier of real estate. We see this as well in our internal real estate group, as well as our service providers. But we're also seeing it on our facility management partners that we utilize on a daily basis. And I think the Great Resignation, as we look at it, really is something that has been something that's been coming, right? When we talk about COVID and the pandemic, it became this straw that broke the camel's back. And I've got young kids, so going through the pandemic with distance learning, you have to believe there were times that I thought, why am I trying to do teacher, mom, career woman at the same time? And there are a lot of families that are making those decisions, those hard decisions for their families and their careers.
I agree with that, Kristen. I think a lot of people are, when they look at their job and they think about a work-life balance, they're focusing a lot more on the life part of that balance and taking more appreciation to their home personal values and what they want out of life and reevaluating what or how they see themselves in their careers. I do agree also that with the Great Resignation, we're seeing it both from a tenant aspect and then also from internal Zeller. You have your employees that they may wait until their bonus comes before they take that new job, but they are starting to reevaluate what it is that they want and how they want to do it. And again, like I said, it's that work-life balance and everyone focusing more on the life piece of it.
Thank you, folks. Why now? Why is the industry specifically so hungry for talent now? Part of it, I know, is expansion. Talk to me a little bit about what that dynamic is.
The question of why now it's definitely a question of the change that we see in our industry. But I also think if you look across many industries are facing this same challenge of we're looking for talent. We have the boomers that are leaving the workforce, right, in record numbers. We knew this was coming. We've been talking about workforce development for 15 years. This is something we knew was coming. We knew we were going to be seeing mass retirements and now the mass resignations, but we were concerned about our engineers. We were concerned about the trades. We were concerned about all of these different areas within commercial real estate that impact not just real estate, but the entire world of workforce, right? And so real estate drives everything that we do within our society when we look at the workplace. And so it's no surprise that as we see these people leaving the workforce and knew this was coming, we would be at this point we are today, where it's critical.
People that are experienced property managers, for one thing, what is affecting us is we're seeing that some of them are moving from, let's say, a third party management role job to working for the occupier space that has exactly the same need, but leaving our sector of the industry, staying in real estate, but moving to a different type of employer, or moving to Wells Fargo, right? Good example, go to Wells Fargo. So that's certainly affecting us at JLL to some extent. The second thing is, John, you mentioned expansion a few minutes ago. We're seeing more and more, it's not 100%, but there is more of a tendency toward outsourcing, sometimes for the first time, than in the past. Therefore, yes, expansion, the pie is getting bigger. We simply need more people, while the real estate stock itself is increasing, right? So we simply as an industry need more people. And then the other thing is, when I think about how it's affecting property management specifically, people can go work for a different type of employer, like the occupier, Wells Fargo. But people can also change jobs inside real estate. So the opposite of Theo. So they can move into brokerage or into development. Once they develop a set of skills, they can take those skills to another sector in real estate. All of those things are impacting our ability to attract, plus the great resignation, which is real in certain sectors, and the boomers retiring, as Kirsten mentioned. All of those things lead us to a tighter labor market.
So with the talent development and everything in this ever-changing industry, I think it's very important that we also touch base on the fact that employers with DE&I, they're looking to diversify their companies. They're looking to change their brand because it's so important, or enhance their brand and their image. So ensuring that we have people who look like who we are wanting to bring in, whether it's our tenants or it's other employees, it's important that we're not just talking the talk, but we're walking the walk. So to show that we're doing it in every aspect, whether it's and it's not just on paper, it's not just on our websites, but we have the chemical makeup within the organization, and people can see that this is how we are living our life as a company, as an individual, as a team. So I think it's very important that employers do focus on that as well.
Yato, can I just add to that? I think that's so important, because not only does that push our talent, everyone in the workforce right now is so focused on how do we make a difference. And if we see the companies making a difference, it makes it that much easier to say, I want to work for Zeller. I want to work for Wells Fargo. I want to work for JLL, because they're doing what they say they're doing and they're embodying the same values I have.
I've seen statistics that put most property management firms 70% on the backside, on the downside of the great resignation. I think that's lowballing. There's obviously a rush to hire. In the rush, do we lose sight of talent development and succession planning?
We're simply not able to let talent development go to the wayside. We just absolutely cannot. It's we have made all the time for it that is necessary, because developing and retaining our talent is as every bit important as attracting new talent to the organization. We have to be good at both. So we have spent a lot of time through COVID developing appreciation programs, and bringing the all the things that we were already doing across the organization, plus a whole lot of new, fresh ideas together in one place, so that we could be sure to celebrate the successes of our people and demonstrate true appreciation for the work that they're doing for our tenants and our owners and our company through this time. And this is here to stay, right? The good news is these things aren't going away. I think we're fundamentally changing how we talk with our employees about the quality and the value of the work that they do. We need a range of people, and so we need to be prepared to develop them. That leads to retention. So we've developed really well articulated career progression plans for all of our team members. We haven't just concentrated on one segment. We've made sure that everybody, including hourly employees, and engineers, and as one moves up through management, management ranks, that everybody understands how they can develop their careers at JLL.
That talent development piece, it's crucial in every organization. And if you don't do it, it's going to lead to the resignation piece.
Terrific. Very well done all the way around, folks. And thank you for your time today. It's always a pleasure working with all of you. Thank you so much and have a terrific day.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.